So for as long as that lasts, be again flexible with our principles of yoga, and see if we can today just find a moment to be able to be more engaged with our physical body. And so what is the point, right? The point for some of us is different, and for some of us, we all have our unique perspective of our yoga practice. But the name, the word itself defines so many of the concepts of yoga, right? And how the tinge or the coloration that we give to that interpretation is completely ours, but the idea is of yoga, of connection. So what are we connecting to? We get to choose that, and we get to choose the form, and we get to choose what are we thinking about, and what are we focusing on, what are we meditating every moment that we're doing our practice. But there are certain things that will come up, and so instead of reacting to those, instead of being distracted by those, and that they can be very exciting things, right? Trips that are coming up, whatever, a new child that we are adopting or having, something else, a beautiful meal that we're planning to prepare, whatever it is that might be distracting or exciting us about the external. Can we take a moment to maybe place that aside? How do we give context to our present moment? If it's just about physical health, so how do we give full attention to our physical health here? Is it physical health added to mental health or self-care idea? So what is it that we are creating? What is the space that we're making for that? Right? So yoga is just simply a tool to complete that, to make that possible. So as the body is able to move, and as the body is able to extend or contract or be strengthened, observe your own pace, allow your own intensity to be yours. So maybe we can allow the body to first start exhaling, and we can feel the exhalation as it comes from the abdomen, and I press my tummy because I feel that actually activates something deeper in my abdomen to activate my lungs and my diaphragm. And then I expand my belly as I breathe in, and I open my rib cage, I open physically my shoulders, and I feel my spine lengthening. And one more time I flex my belly, and I feel that my fingers touch gently into my belly, and I'm softening my head, and I am softening my shoulders, and I'm softening my vertebrae column. And one more time I expand and I breathe. And how much is that I need to hold, as we already know, or how much is it that we need to exhale and release? And one more time, can I observe my body to expand? And again, breathing, what is the point, right? But there is so much science and there's not so much philosophy about the breath. So observe your own intention as you breathe in, as you expand, as you really expand yourself. And as you exhale, you contract your belly and you surrender. You surrender the posture, the tension, the holding, and then you allow enough room, or we allow enough room, or I allow enough room for my vertebrae to extend, and my mind and my physical body and my lungs to expand. And I really intentionally exhale from the very diaphragm area, from the root or pelvic floor. And one more time, I allow and pay attention to my breath in, and allow my body to exhale finally, all the way to really feel my body slowly exhaling deeply, 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 and then expansion with my arms and my shoulders. Slowing down, not to hyperventilate, to just open, to breathe, to expand, to hold my arms up, to sit very tall. One more time as I inhale, to extend my body through your ribs, shoulders, arms, and fingers, to settle through your tailbone area as you exhale. One more time, soften the shoulders, and then inhaling, expanding, and reaching towards the sky. And then let your body slowly move hands and arms and shoulders very gently forward and down, and allowing your left leg to extend outside your mat or along your mat, whichever side you prefer, and let your body move into your right inner thigh as you exhale, and move your body as if you're just stretching and opening those back muscles as if your inner thigh is touching to your chest, and your chest towards your inner thigh, and your jaw and towards your kneecap, forehead to the ground, your arms are balanced, your shoulders are balanced, and just stay for a second into that open position of your back. One more time, breathe in. Exhale deeply, breathing out from the root of your tummy. Your last long deep breath in. Allow your body to empty out and carry your torso very gently back to center. So you'll know when your body's going too far, when your body's going too deeply. Can you stay in this position? Can you slow it down? Can you activate a little bit deeper? Can you allow this time for your left hand to come towards your left knee, shin, toes, foot, and then allow your body to lean into that left side and feel that your rib cage on the right is opening, that my shoulder is not rolling forward, I'm not turning towards my leg, I'm actually opening. So I give enough room for the sides of my ribs and the sides of my torso to open. And my right hand slowly comes up towards the sky and maybe comes over my head, and I feel my body reaching and extending the muscles of your legs. Again, you're not warmed up, you're simply warming, allowing space for your entire body, waist, rib cage, arms, shoulders. Let your head and jaw, one more time, breathing in and allowing the body to exhale all the way through in your last one breath. Can you observe the inhalation? And then feel your body. All the things that come up to mind, do not entertain them. Let them simply peacefully exhale and then slowly come up towards the center position as you breathe in, and very, very gently allow your body to stay exactly where your legs are, and your left arm crosses over towards your right knee and thigh and twist, slowly looking towards the right side. And look as far out towards the right shoulder, and your shoulder back as far as your shoulder blade allows, and your chest opens and your tummy twists, and you can feel the vertebrae column, and you feel that you're sitting on your sitting bones and extending the crown and opening the body. One more time, the rhythm of your breath. Exhale to compress, to squeeze, to contract, and extend and open one more time. Allow your body to settle through your tailbone, area, and hips. One inhalation extends and opens the vertebrae column in your last long breath out. Can you feel your body twisting, supporting, engaging? Last breath in. Release your arms, your shoulders, your spine, your back, contracting the left leg in, allowing the right leg to slowly switch positions, making sure you're comfortably placed with both legs, ankles, knees, and your hands come towards the direction of your inner thigh on the left, and slowly move your body as if you're just reaching towards your inner thigh, and slowly emptying your back. Inhale, square your shoulders, square your elbows, allow your torso to lean into that left thigh, and not to push, but let your body just guide you. Release and let your body just on its own weight press into it and soften all the muscles that are resisting. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect in whatever concept we have of that. Perfection is found within that movement. Allow your jaw to slowly move towards your kneecap, the forehead to come towards the ground, whichever one is the extent of your extension, expansion. Breathe in. And when your body opens the lower back, the shoulder blades and neck area, take a full inhalation. Allow the belly, their lower back, the entire rib cage to slowly sink into that left leg in your last one breath. Can you observe your body breathing? And then deeply feel the extension into the left inner thigh, and press your hands. And then slowly bring back your body to center. Inhale. Allow the exhalation to settle, and maybe sit perfectly through your hips. Right hand into your right knee, right shin, right ankle, big toe, and let your elbow and shoulder not to pull your spine, to soften that right knee if necessary, and let your left side to start opening. Your abdomen to immediately contract to support, to open the left shoulder wide, to activate your chest, to extend the left arm as much or as little as you need to, with your elbow flexed, with your left elbow behind your head or all the way over your head towards the right side of your body. And breathing in, and observe gently what happens to your head and your neck. Are you looking forward? Are you looking down? Are you letting your spine to be again activated? Breath in, and then stay. Do not push, do not force. Stay for a second. And let those muscles that are doing all the pushing and all the work to just for a moment settle and see if the hamstring, if the calf, if the heel, if the left knee and ankle are supporting the position. One more time. Can you observe your breathing? Can you exhale deeply into this position? Can you observe one more time that your body lengthens as you're inhaling away from the waist? And then gently and kindly exhale it towards the right leg and come softly back upright, using your right hand as much as you need to raise your torso, to slowly open the spine. And let your right knee contract. One more time, let your knees to slowly roll into the ground and see if your body comes from hands to knees. And observe your palms of the hands into the ground, your knees under your hips, and see if your right knee is able to move gently forward and your left leg slowly extends softly behind, and open the hip flexors, softening the entire pushing of the wrists, of the elbows, and the chest, and then just simply open. Allow your body to move, to elongate, right? To not stay stuck in a position, to find your body moving. So the right glute can rest deeply or deeper into the right heel if your knees allow it, and your fingers and hands support the position. Do not force your knees. Use as many props. Put a pillow, put a folded blanket right under your hip between your calf and your heel and your glute if you need to, and your chest opens and your jaw draws away and your eyes roll up towards the sky and you feel your toenails pressing back away from the hip. One more time, and you feel your body opening. Can I find my exhalation? Can feel that the body is really moving. And when your last long inhalation extends and opens, breathing, yeah? Can you really feel it? Settle into this position, inhale, and then move away from those. So see what happens when you move away, when you find your body slowly settling to the ground. Can you place your right elbow, the same place that your right knee or your right leg or the leg that is folded is on the side, on the ground, with your right hand to come across, so gives you balance, and let your left knee very gently settle and see if your left hand comes over your waist. Maybe your left hand comes next to your hip. Maybe your left hand comes all the way towards your lower back. Maybe your left hand comes towards the heel of the left foot that flexes. And see if your body opens that thigh. And let the elbow and the shoulder not to be pushed away, but slowly soften. And your neck is never tensing. You're opening your back. You're lengthening forward away from your waist, rotating, using the leveraging points used by the elbow and the right hand, breathing in, neck, spine. Find those spots. Find the spots that are maybe resisting to the movement. Can you add breath to them in your last long inhalation? Can you feel your body exhaling, and then slowly release from wherever you are with your left knee flex or not, hand into the ground, breathe in, allow your right knee to come under the hip and your knees to be under the knee area, your hip area, I should say, and your right hand and left hand under the shoulders. Toes are flexed, move back as if you were to separate your knees and feet as wide as comfortable. Simply flex back into your glutes, so your toes remain tucked under your feet and you're stretching the soles of your feet. Right? We walk, we have shoes, or we run or exercise or standing up all the time on the ground. We simply we do not, and so we forget about our feet and we forget about moving them. And add again activity to these tissues, and the head relaxes and the spine relaxes, and observe the benefit of adding blood flow to the joints of our feet, of our toes, of our hips, of our knees. When the body exhales, one more time, breathe all the way. Your hands and elbows are not pushing, you're not forcing, you're simply leaning back. When your body's ready, come slowly forward. Make sure you're shifting away from your toes slightly into your hands. And you exhale, soften those joints, soften your ankles, soften your knees, soften your hips, deep breath in. Exhale, one more time, let the blood flow back into those joints. Feel your body inhaling. And then exhale all the way through. Slowly slide the left knee forward as much as your left knee allows it. And your right leg slowly moves back. And you can feel it gently, a little bit back, all the way back, sitting your glute into the heel, putting a prop in between those. It doesn't matter. Find your body. Exhaling again, observing that your joints, you have to be careful. It's right? As much as many considerations there are out there about our physicality and the way our knees are able to move, our body is able to move, you find your modifications, find your body, find your way, and then raise your chest and see what happens, not because you're forcing, not because you're pushing with your arms, it's because you're intentionally lengthening. And so what does it feel when you internalize that lengthening? When you internalize the extension, the opening, and start letting other parts, right? The sitting muscles, the muscles that are maybe sometimes atrophied for sitting all the time, you want to engage them. I mean, you want to give them the opportunity to open in a different way. And maybe your chest just feels a little bit more energized and it pushes forward and up towards the sky. And the crown extends a little bit deeper. And you feel your body just as the shoulders are not pushing forward and rounding your shoulder blades, and you're really driving your center of the chest forward and out. So your shoulders are drawn back. One more time, can you engage that right glute? The toenails are pressed and softened to the ground. One more time, breathe in. Chin and throat may choose to extend and lengthen in your last attentive, all the way from the toenails towards the chin. Exhale, and then guide your body softly forward. And see what happens when your left elbow bends and your left forearm crosses over exactly in the mirror position as before. And maybe you stay with that left elbow, left forearm in this position. This is part of the position that's perfectly, and that's enough challenge for a knee, for a hip, for a back. Maybe the right hand comes a little bit closer towards the chest. Maybe the right hand comes a little bit closer towards the hip. Maybe the right hand comes into the waist area and holds to your lower back, and you can feel your body just twisting into the position. Can you observe your neck and your shoulders not to be tense, and you observe your back to be, again, elongated and open rather than pinched. Take your body to exhale. Maybe for some of us, the right hand is able to slowly reach for that right foot, and you can feel that your inner thigh and outer thigh of that right leg guide the top of the leg towards the ground, and the right elbow folds and flexes, and your right shoulder are pulling of socket. Maybe this is not the side. Maybe that's not the extreme of the position for your body to go in this direction. Can you find whatever it feels that needs stretching? And then not stay with the pain, release it by moving, by adapting. What is your body telling you to do? One more time, can you feel your body inhale? And then can you oxygenate it one last time? Prepare your bloodstream to breathe in deeper oxygen into it. Can you let your last exhale, final deep breath? Observe your body, that you're expanding your lungs. And then slowly release that foot, that leg, if it's needed, and your right hand comes to the ground when it's needed. Your left hand prepares your torso to come back to center, and your body slowly slides back on. Knees at the hips, hands at the shoulders. Find the exhalation. Deep breath when and if your body's ready. Find that you're breathing. First of all, inhale, not undo the rhythm of your breath. Raise the center of your back as if you're just arching like a cat position. Slowly, shoulder blades separate, as you already know. Your tummy tucks, your tailbone immediately. So now you've done cat so many times. Tuck your tailbone. The tailbone comes in between your inner thighs. Find that your muscles on the waist, that you're hugging, the belly button area is moving, that your shoulder blades are separating, that your jaw draws in. Very nice. Find the spine rounded. Focus your attention inside your body and find the rhythm of your breath. One more time. Inhale slowly. As your body exhales, make those muscles move, the ones that we have not moved in a minute. In your last deep breath in, slowly flex in the opposite direction. That means into cow pose. And then that means adjusting your hands, that means adjusting your toes, that means adjusting your feet, flexing them, extending, whatever is most comfortable, raising the glutes so the tailbone area raises deeply and your chest extends. Again, you're not pushing, you're not forcing, you're not going against natura, against what's appropriate and beneficial to your body. You're simply moving. Deep breath, the chin extends out, the throat opens, your eyes roll over your eyebrows, and the crown of it extends, and you feel your body. One more time, carry your glutes. Slowly feel that you're activating those muscles that maybe we don't use very often. No, they may have used and they need a little bit more attention. And where is that your body catching your attention to? So what are the parts of your body that are talking to you right now? Can you let your last 2 breaths? Observe again that the breath is not just an inhalation, exhalation, that is an intention, that you're breathing in, and the exhalation slowly, soft, extends. Finally, your back, your shoulders, your spine. Very nice. Soft in your neck, your body. Breathe in. And when your body is ready, you're going to slowly bring your hands towards your knees, your hands towards your thighs, and you round your spine into kneeling position. And you observe your body. Exhaling toenails, exhaling the pinky as much as the big toe into the ground, and your glute muscle support. And your right and left thigh are steady, your abdomen supports the position, your back leaning things away from your base of the spine, and your neck is never tense. When your body's ready, I'm going to simply just place the heel of my hands right above my glutes and let the fingers rest deeply onto my glutes. And let the body settle into it and see if my abdomen is able to raise my rib cage and my elbows and shoulders are able to just simply open back. They don't have to go arch, I don't have to go any farther than I need to unless my body allows it. And again, with time, with moment, and again, with practice and re-encounter and practice our bodies, slowly are going to start extending and reaching and open those parts of the body that we don't usually do. So if I were right there next to you, I would go and touch you from the elbows and bring your elbows together, closer towards each other. So you're allowing the elbows to open the shoulders, not to pinch it, not to raise it, not to create angles on the shoulders, but to open the shoulders so it pulls in your pectoral muscles and your pectoral muscles extend, and you're doing less so you can really feel it. You're not pushing far, just simply feel the openness. Can you feel it? Step back and from the edge of that position, and then simply allow your body to breathe a little bit, and then slowly keep moving deep into the position and allow your chest to extend. Step back a little bit of the position when you breathe in, and then move deeper if your body allows it. One more time, play with your glutes, play with your hips, allow your thighs and hamstring muscles to support. One more time, deeper in. When your body exhales all the way through, raise your head and let your hands slowly come gently away from the hips. And you're going to step lightly through your right leg forward and see if your right leg stays into the ground easily, not to twist it, not to force it. And you're going to place your right heel firm into the ground, never to overextend that knee. So you're not going to go farther than the tip of the toes or raising the heel of that right foot. And you're going to place the right forearm into the leg, thigh, knee, and then body exhales and heel. How far do you need to walk that right leg? How far do you need to walk that left leg behind to open the glute muscles? Less is more. Walk exactly to as far as your body is going to take it and see if you can feel the hip, if you can feel the muscles of your glutes, if you can feel still the stability of the entire foot on the right on the ground. So it's not the toes, it's the heel, and activate the strength of your body through that center point. That your big toe, the toe of strength, is connected to your arch, it connects to your inner thigh, it connects to your body, and your left arm comes towards your waist, and your left arm comes towards the torso or comes towards the ground, whichever is comfortable for your body. Allow your chest to be broad, raise the spine, breath in, exhale all the way through. Take weight off from the back knee, one last breath in. Can you observe the exhalation? So what does it feel like for your tummy to breathe out in your last breath in? Can you observe your body? Find strength, commit to the movement and feeling, and then press to the right leg. Inhale, very gently. Place your hands onto your right thigh, to your knee, to your shin, to the ground, flexing the right toes, and then simply just moving forward and see what happens. If your right knee remains flexed, perfect. If your right leg extends completely and you can reach slowly with your forehead towards your shin, equally perfect. Adjust your hands, bend your right knee as much as you need to, and the idea is to start feeling the flexion between the root of that glute, the sitting muscles, the lower back, the abdomen, and your body exhales into the ground until that your left knee is not pushing all the way, that you're allowing enough cushioning on that right knee, and your left knee, I should say. And your body exhales and you feel your torso leaning forward, and you allow your hands to support and open gently your hips, breath in, and exhale all the way through. Again, takes a few seconds for our body to understand what we're doing, even for our brain to connect to the movement. It's about, they say it's about 18 seconds, so it's about 6 breaths for the body to understand, to start kicking in. So our consciousness, is it kicking into the movement? And you feel your body one more time breathing in. Are you using your hands? How can you distribute that? How can you still constantly be in the, again, monitoring of the body, monitoring that you are not overexerting, that you find your last exhalation to empty through when your last inhalation happens. Flex slowly your right knee, press your foot, and then slide your right leg behind you. Observe your body to exhale, and then soften the elbows, forearms into the ground, palms and hands into the floor, or maybe towards each other, whichever is most comfortable. Your neck is long. You're not looking up because that only creates tension to your neck. Allow your left knee one more time to slowly stay on the ground, and your right leg to come behind you, to stretch it, to point it up, to flex the toes, and see if you can stretch your calf muscles. By your toes on the right foot stuck under the ankle, your heel can actually move back, and you can stretch gently the right calves, the hamstring. You can contract your thigh, and you breathe in. It's about just the feeling on that right foot. It doesn't have to look any way, just feel and concentrate. Are you focusing on the right calf or the right leg? Right? We've been activating a little bit of the hip flexors, a little bit of the thigh, the knee. Now can you stretch those muscles and feel that your ankle has now room to open? One more time, breathe. Exhale, exhale. Use the stickiness of your yoga mat to open those muscles. When your body's ready, can you exhale all the way through and then kindly raise that right leg towards the sky and feel that your body lifts, not only to the leg, but to the hip. Give you enough liberty to raise the leg very, very tall. And observe that your head and your neck and your spine is not tense, and you allowing the toes to flex, to push the heel, to flex the foot, or point them as far away from your ankle as you need it. And when your body is ready, observe your glute muscle activate. And can you find that your abdomen, the tummy tends to slowly descend towards the ground? Can you tuck in the belly to support the back so the back becomes long? One inhalation at a time. Is your neck and spine? Are you biting? It's less, more. Step back a little bit from that intensity as you exhale, and then come back into it if you need to really feel it. Let your body again play slowly to that softness and then extension when your body finally finds the last full breath. Not on the shoulders, not on the elbows. Exhale your right knee, touch the ground, just slowly soften the body. One more time. Elbows lift, hands under shoulders. Exhale through, toes tucked or extended. You're going to slowly sit back into the heels to stretch the, again, fascia of your feet. Every toe, feel it. Maybe you need to adjust and modify, and it might not look externally aligned, but feel that you're connecting to every one of your toes. That you're not hurting them, that you're stretching them, that your back and your arms are creating enough space so you're opening. And there is no shortness of breath, there is fullness of breath. Every time, if your body is shortened of breathing, that means that you might have gone to an edge that might not be the most beneficial to your body. Your body's telling you, I'm holding tight here. And you let your glutes press. And you find that you're really pointing the tailbone area to extend the lumbar spines, right? The base of your back. Feel that you're pressing it out to your glutes. When your body exhales, and flex your knees and see what happens when you're really activating those tissues. Of course, again, all the things that I've said before are really important, not to overstrain them, not to have pain. When your body exhales, slowly, very gently, come back. Hands on the shoulders, chest, knees, toes, relax. Breath in and see what happens with your body as you breathe out. What do you feel? How can you exhale? One more time. So we're constantly in recovery, right? We're constantly trying to regain this balance on the body. There's always something out there. You can call it whatever, but there's a virus, a bug, an inactivity, a lack of movement, a motility, a weakness, anything about our body that is always we need to re-encounter to our own strength. So how do we recover that? So let your right knee stay steady. Use your breath to observe the left leg coming forward that we've been using so much, and let your heel of the left foot to stay steady. Again, never leaning into the toes as a good reminder, especially for the ones who have difficulty with our knees. And I usually walk my left foot farther out so I can feel the extension. It doesn't have to be necessary. My hands slowly come gently off the ground. I'm going to sit upright for a second or kneel upright for a second. And I'm going to then intentionally, once I find my balance, once I know that my hips and legs are wide enough, I'm sustaining the position. Now that I'm aware of all those muscles and I've given enough information for my brain, then my left hand comes into my thigh or my knee. And then never in the kneecap, but above it and towards the upper thigh. And let your right hand on the ground, the right hand on the waist, the hips, maybe rotating and adjusting at every point that I'm not twisting through my joints, but I'm observing my body, rotating my shoulder, the right, far away from the left. I'm intentionally opening my shoulders so my clavicle separate from each other. And I find breath. Is this too much? Am I pushing the back foot? Am I pushing the back knee? Am I forcing my body in a position that doesn't like it? So modify, right? Come back, undo, come back into the position that's needed. Let your glute muscles activate. Find your spine, your neck. One more time, breathe. Prepare your body, oxygenate it. One long inhalation. Can you feel your body extending, reaching? Length in all and every section. Final deep breath in. Allow your body to exhale and press your left heel to extend the left knee. Find your bearings, hold your pose, and then transition to the next movement. Feel that your hands come towards the ground and your left heel remains on the ground with your toes flexed or not to add or not intensity. And less is more. Not pushing with my hands, not pushing with my elbows, simply letting my hands to support my body as my torso lengthens. So my knee can be as bent as needed, so I can really feel the opening on that glute, all those muscles covering. Again, the hip is right there, right? The whole hip is like a plate, and it's covered with all these muscles around it. So can I feel that? Then my thigh bone comes into the front of that hip. Can I feel the connection between that bone to bone? Those ligaments, are they being, again, juiced up, not only with blood, absolutely blood is hugely important and all the nutrients and oxygen that it brings with it, but also there's other juices, the endocrine system, the entire healing system of the body just injects stuff into it. And so can I feel that my body is just juicing up, and then feel, sometimes we avoid perspiration or we avoid heating up the body, and it's actually very healing to allow the body to breathe, to let the body raise up its energy, its heat, because that is a cleansing tool as well. So the body, by raising its temperature with exercise and perspiration as an effect of that, also eliminates toxins. So can I stay? And so what is the resistance? Do I need to undo, come back in? Do I need to modify? Am I paying attention? Am I pushing? Can I allow, is there anything I need to prove to myself? Or can I just be kind and graceful with my own movement, with my own body? Can I allow my last long deep breath, feeling deeply into those muscles and tissues, and very, very allow the body to settle very nicely. I think from here we went to slowly bringing the left leg back, but yeah, all the way back, finding the elbows onto the ground, the forearms into the floor, and the spine long, the right knee always in the right place, and my left heel pressing back. And I flex my left toe, so my calf muscles stretch, so my kneecap is held by the muscles around it. So by simply, basically moving, right, that joint that is a hinging joint, like a hinge on a door that you open in one direction. It's not a rotation. You rotate the foot or the knee or the knee joint by misalignment. Let's find that your right kneecap is softening the ground, the left hamstring and calf muscles are extending, and your jaw goes in, and you're fine. More than the movement itself, find that it's actually helpful. Is it really extending? Can I breathe? And when my body finds my last two breaths, is the abdomen, the back, can I shift something about my intention about this movement? When my body's exhaling, slowly, slowly, inhale and raise the left leg a little bit, or all the way, including the hip, and soften your neck. And your neck is slowly softened. And the toes, are they flexed? Are they pointed? So is it pointed and flexed in different points of the movement? Can I raise and hold the glute area? Find your neck, find your spine. What are you thinking about at this moment? What is the intention of your movement? Can you observe the body? Let your last few seconds investing time not to hurt your body, but to activate it. Give enough options for the body to sustain and strengthen. When and if your last breath come in, feel it. Feel your body exhaling. So you have to activate. Again, feed your muscles with all this oxygen as you inhale. And as you exhale, release. Release kindly. Soften the knee. Bring your body towards your knees to the ground. Open your knees very wide, as far away from each other as possible. And your toes as close as comfortable. It doesn't have to be they don't have to be touching, but bring them in so you find your inner thighs moving, and you can bring your hips closer to your heels. For some of us, it's just a little bit, and it's just the opening of the knees. So you separate your knees even wider if that's needed, so you can feel that your hips are separating from each other, and those muscles that connect, the abductor muscles that move, have the range of movement of the knees inwardly towards the center of your body, are actually now extending, and your glute muscles move towards your heels, and your spine softens, and your neck relaxes, your chest comes to the ground, the forehead comes towards the floor, hand over hand, exhale, it doesn't matter. Find your position. So your body sits and opens those hips, the glutes, the inner thighs. Observe the breath. Inhale, so the vertebrae column really elongates. Let your last 3 breaths. So what does it feel like to stay for 3 more breaths here? That your body breathes in. So what are we challenging in our beliefs or core system? What are we reinforcing as we stay deep into this pose of who we are? Bringing your hands back next to your shoulders, and then start raising softly your head. And you feel your body coming very, very gently back into hands and knees. Observing cat pose, as you already know. Find your spine to round, your shoulders to separate, your jaw to be drawn in, tucking your toes if you need to. Definitely moving the hips inwardly, as if your tailbone comes in. You're flexing your belly button area deep into your lower back, into your abdomen, and your jaw draws in to really give room, and feel and listen to your vertebrae column. Listen to the muscles of the shoulder blades. One last breath in. Go into cow pose. So think exactly in the opposite direction. Does that mean changing your toes? What is your body telling you organically? Can you recognize the movement of your chest that doesn't affect the neck area? Allow your shoulders and elbows to be perfectly wide enough that your shoulders coming towards each other, and you bring your chest forward. Let your tummy tucks in towards your lower back, and you raise your glutes and tailbone one more time. Breathe. And exhale. Last 2 breaths. And when your body feels the last inhalation, come as you exhale into cat pose. One more time. Exaggerate. Shift in all the directions that you need to shift. Crease of the elbows, shoulders, knees, toes. Breath in. Chin exhales, and then come into cow pose. Breath in. Gently range of movement. Hold it. Make time to really activate one last breath in, and then flex. Exhale, flexing toes, chin, spine, all the way through. Take time to breathe in this pose. As your body exhales, come into cow. Last time, take a deep, deep breath in. Hold it, use your abdomen as you exhale, inhale, and then release. One more time, walk your hands into your knees, into your thighs, raise your body to kneeling position if that's possible for your body. If not, you can do it standing up as well. Knees as wide as needed, feet as wide as needed. Contract your glute muscles so you're moving your hips slowly forward, your tummy retracts into your chest, your shoulders move back, your elbows move back, your thumbs come into your lower back area or waist, and the heel of the hands at the top of the glutes, and your elbows shift towards each other so your chest opens and the breath becomes open. And we feel that we're, again, releasing pressure from the heart, right? Pressure that might be emotional, and maybe allowing that every breath counts, and less play with your body. Less is more. And then undo, come back in a little bit deeper. Let your chin look up towards the sky, stretch your throat, eyes roll over your eyebrows. And again, you can activate, you can go deep all the way from the tip of your toes. And listen to the rhythm of your breath. And listen to the body exhaling. One more time. Can you observe their own rhythm of coming in and out of the pose? It doesn't matter. Observe your body breathing out. Let your last long deep breath, and you'll find the extension. Exhale all the way through. Come up. Inhale. Spine is perpendicular. Soften your hands and arms. We're going to slowly step forward with one leg, doesn't matter which, and let your body come slowly along the mat. So you're phasing lengthwise on your mat, and your right foot is in the front of your mat, or vice versa, and let your left foot go into the opposite direction of your mat. And your feet are wide enough and parallel enough that you're not forcing anything. And let your body exhale. Contract your thighs. So you're raising your kneecaps and you're extending the hamstrings, and you're pressing onto the heels, and your toes almost flex off the ground. Again, I said almost, so find your way into that. And let your body exhale kindly. Feel that your arms move wide and extend intentionally. So it's not a movement, right? Let's slow down a little bit and really feel it. Hold it. One more time. Hold your arms up. And move your arms and shoulders. Feel that your body really opens those. And let your body inhale. And so what does it feel when I really open my body and I really move my arms and every finger on my chest? I look up towards the sky, and I allow my body to exhale and move the arms wide and around towards the waist, towards the hips. One more time. Let the arms extend and reach deep towards the sky. Hold it in this position. Exhaling, breathing into your fingers, coming closer until your fingers slowly come into steeple pose, or simply resting palm hands against each other and your fingers connect. And so how do you connect to your hands? How do you connect to your neck, to your shoulders, and to your ribs, and the muscles underneath your chest, and the muscles right in the waist area, and the muscles on your hips? Can you press into your heels still to connect to your thighs and fire up your calves? One more time, deep breath in. When your body's ready, take a long deep breath. And then fold very gently forward. Elbows, torso comes slowly forward toward the ground, as if your feet were touching gently deeper into the floor, and your fingers reach towards the ground. It doesn't matter how far, how low. It doesn't matter if the elbows touch the ground or you're barely touching with the big toes. Make sure your feet are wide enough so you can support that position comfortably through your hips when your body's ready. Let the jaw drawn in. So you're really intentionally extending the vertebrae column. And how are you breathing? One more time, focus back. Take a little bit step back. Less intensity and more focus into just the process. And let your body, one more time, exhale. Take a extension as you breathe out, as if you're just surrendering anything. And open from within as you're inhaling. Again, and what are we restoring at this moment? What are we really building up? What comes up for you and your body and your mind and your soul? What are you really thinking about when your last breath? And you can feel that your body is exhaling deeper and forward towards the ground. Find the inhalation that supports the position, the balance of the body as the body exhales. Slowly soften the knees and then come up as you inhale. Arms and shoulders and torso, slow. Walk up your hands to your legs if you need to, and let your arms come slowly until your elbows bend and you reach to your wrists, forearms, elbows, or triceps, and your feet stay steady. And squeeze into your glutes, and you feel your body long and extended. Find that you're really opening the underarms, right? We tend to always close and always roll over the shoulders. Can we really open your underarms? And that will benefit our shoulder blades, and that will benefit the opening of the entire pectoral area, the clavicles, the entire sternum, the ribs, the waist is activated here, the entire lower back, the glute muscles, the hips, all aligned, but simply allowing your underarms to open, broaden. One more time, open the elbows wider if you need to have more room into the underarms. Are you really paying attention? What are you really thinking about right now? Are your eyes wandering? Is your mind wandering along with your eyes? Can you let your body, one more time, breath in, without letting go of your hands, slowly fold forward and see if your thighs and glutes and hamstrings support the movement as the elbows come close to the ground. It's a matter of touch or not. Breath in and exhale. Fold as if your elbows are where to gently reach. It doesn't mean you have to in any way let your body be full that way. So find your hands holding wrist, forearms, elbows, triceps. And you're really listening to your physical body. What is the modification that your body needs to do? Can you let the rib cage separate away from the lumbar spine? So can you hang the upper body, the torso, away from the base of its waist? And see if your glutes help press in the opposite direction. Is your head and neck moving in a weird way? Can you align it and hang it as you exhale all the way through, and then soften your knees, press with your legs, and raise slowly towards the sky until your body opens the arms and the elbows towards the gently above the head, and open your underarms intensely, breathing in underarms. So that means that your shoulder blades move towards each other, that you're really compressing those deltoid muscles, that you're really extending your sartorius muscles, the muscles right onto the serratus muscles, the latissimus dorsi muscles outside your wings, the muscles in between your vertebrae, allowing, or your ribs. Find that your body connects to your waist, to your glutes, to your hip flexors. One more time, can you really feel your toes and the heels of your feet? Again, focus in monitoring constantly the body as you breathe in and forward. Forward, exhale one more time towards the ground, and feel that your elbows sink and you move your body. You give enough time, right? Sometimes we are contaminated with this Western philosophy of entertainment and going fast and going just from one thing to the other, and we surrender into the moment and build this resiliency that we have as human beings, building that strength that you have. It doesn't mean that we don't take care of yourselves and you allow enough room and space to adapt or undo and modify. But can you feel the difference of letting your body fold and extend towards the ground? One more time. Allow the exhalation, that the heels of your feet are strong, that your toes are light. Your body folds all the way towards the ground as your knees bend. Your body rounds and you raise because of your legs, maybe with your arms too, but you're mostly with your legs, raising your torso one last time above the shoulders, opening the underarms. What does it feel, or how does it feel different from the first time that you try this position? Can you observe and just pat yourselves in imagining, maybe in your mind, about patting yourself in the back to see how long your body has become. Let your last one breath. And exhale your hands and arms softly. Breathe out your arms to the sides. Gently adjust your arms and slowly come towards the center of your body. Your hands towards your outer thighs and waist, or center or midsection of your body. Abdomen tucks, breath in. When your body's ready, turn onto the heel of your left foot into the ground on your left toes wide, and let your left knee slowly, and I am not on the yoga mat, so I'm sliding all over, but that's okay. Find a way to support that foot, not to slide, to be using the stickiness of your mat, and bend that left knee. And let your left elbow or left hand touch into your thigh, and breathe in and exhale all the way out. One more time. Observe that your body is steady that you observe the exhalation, that you inhale. Maybe the left elbow is on the left thigh, never on the kneecap, and observe those hips. Breathe in, and maybe the right hand is slowly coming onto the waist of the hips, and that's where it's going to stay. Maybe the left arm is able and willing to come all the way towards the sky, and maybe comes slowly over the head, and your torso rotates, and you look slowly as if you just to brush through your toes into the floor, and you brush through the ground. And maybe your right arm slowly just simply retracts or simply rotates wide and up, and you give a soft movement. I allow your body to just move and use your breath to tell you how fast, not my speed, yours. And as you inhale, you open, and you feel the opening of the right side, and the thumb and fingers and torso move towards the ground. One more time. Gently engage and grace. Again, is your mind entertained, right? We sometimes think that we get bored, and it's the restlessness, right, of our mind. It's not, again, nothing to judge about, but to simply observe, how can I have that resiliency? How can I have that focus to observe, to move, to breathe? And I really enter into this moving meditation in my last long deep breath. Observe that the right arm comes slowly wide and tall. And as exhalation comes, your body slowly settles very gently. Allow your right hand to come towards the hip, towards the waist, and then rotate your feet so your legs are gently engaged into the ground, and you find your legs wide, and you settle through your heels, and you feel your body strong. And then kindly allow your right heel to stay steady while your toes point out, and your right knee bends, and your right forearm and elbow come towards your upper or lower thigh, and you feel your body not sliding. Observe your body to exhale, deep breath. Feel your body breathing all the way through. And let your exhalation empty. Make sure that your kneecap and toes are as aligned as possible. And your right hand may stay with your hand on the leg, with your elbow on the leg. Maybe your left arm stays on the waist, the hip, or maybe your left arm slowly moves the left arm gently towards the sky, over the head, and then brushing it slowly towards the ground. And you feel your fingers slowly touching through, and then open very slow to your pace, right? My breathing is different from anybody else. So find your fingers, especially after COVID. Find your spine and shoulders and shoulder rotation and activate. Can you feel what is the movement and where is it coming from? What does it involve to rotate and to really, really open? To exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Last 3 times. Observe your body. And you find your own rhythm. You're activating. Last 2 breaths, inhaling and extending. Feelings that are in your underarm, your rib cage. Last 1 time. Breath, open slowly all the way around towards the floor as you breathe out, and then slowly press your hands. Walk slowly your feet parallel and stretch your legs until your body comes into standing pose. Finding your feet, steady breath in. Allow your legs to come towards the top of your yoga mat. Feet are parallel, deep breath in, exhale. Press your heels, raise your arms out and up. Move them behind shoulders. Open your body as you breathe in, exhale all the way through. So what does that cost? What does it cost to activate? Let your last exhalation to empty all the way through, come up towards the sky, fold forward and feel your hands come towards the ground and touch slowly towards your knees, towards your shins, towards the ankles, towards the toes. And breathe into this position. Exhale all the way through. One more time. Surrender. Do not carry the position. Let your body just surrender towards the floor. So big range movements to give the opportunity for your body to breathe all the way out. When your body is ready, raise and open. Arms forward to the sides, towards the sky. Exhaling then behind your shoulders. One more time, open your chest. Exhale all the way through. Last breath in. Let your body exhale all the way through. Come up towards the sky and fold very gently forward. And hold it. One breath in, one breath out. Come up with your legs. Arms forward to the sides, whichever is most comfortable. And raise. Exhale behind your shoulders. One breath. Inhale in. And then exhale deep out. Come up. Inhale, inhale. Forward bend. Exhale. One more time. Feel that your abdomen flexes. You're really exercising as you were doing crunches. Inhaling, holding. Exhale through. One last time. Raising the arms all the way as you extend your body long. Reach behind you. Inhale up. And finally, exhale forward. And see what happens to your back muscles, hamstrings, calves. Inhale, inhale. Exhale all the way through. Let your last full breath into this position for your body to exhale all the way through. And then kindly, we're going to allow right foot to stay steady and left leg to take one single step behind and cross it over to the to the right side of the right foot. So the body is just moving the left leg behind and then slowly settle into your toes to the top of the toenails, whichever is most comfortable, and your body exhales. And the right knee immediately unlocks. So you're transit by breaking that line of that right leg. The activity should be felt on the right glute, on the right hip, with my fist of the left, my left fingers, my left hand on the ground. My right hand comes slowly towards the hip, towards the waist, towards the leg, towards the knee, towards the lower back. And I feel my right shoulder, right elbow lifting, and my left toes lightly pressing. So all the intention comes and focuses onto that right hip, those right glute muscles. Observe the heel, open the shoulders. Neck is light, as you already know. Do not force, do not muscle with other parts of your body. Support. Let your last breaths. Observe your body. Inhaling deeply, deeply. Abdomen, hugely important. Finally, inhale. Release slowly your right hand. Bring your left foot next to your right one. Settle. Fold, fold, fold. Really feel the folding. Breath in. Neck in particular. The neck, the shoulders, the hips, the lower back, the back of your legs. One more time. Breathe in. Are you oxygenating? The whole intention of finding your rhythm is that you have enough space for the air inside your lungs to sip into your bloodstream, to your red blood cells, RBCs. One more time. Breath in slowly and cleanse. Empty out as you exhale. Really empty through. And then right leg slowly steps back and crosses over to the left side of your body. The right leg presses the toenails or the padding of your toes. Your left knee immediately bends the knee, so you're not forcing that kneecap, and the weight is felt on the glute, on the entire trochanter, or the insertion of the head of the femur into your hip, while your right hand, fingers, fist stays on the ground, on top of a blanket, on top of a prop, and let your left hand climb up to your shin, to your left knee, towards your left thigh, towards your left hip, towards the left lower back. And feel that your shoulders widen and your torso turns. You breathe in, not your neck. Observing a breath. One more time. Observe your gut area. Lengthening. And exhale, jaw, neck, spine, breathing in. Observe your body one more time. Inhaling. Really focused on your breath. When your last two breaths, can you really find that commitment, coming undone or coming deeper, your own last one deep breath in, and let your body exhale slowly. Feel what it feels like to activate those muscles, to feel that your hands support you, that your right foot next to your left, your body exhales. And I know for many of us, this is not going to happen. Knees are not going to let go. For a few of us, the heels can lift and the knees can bend, and I can place my hips closest to my heels. And I stay just crouching forward with my inner thighs. For some of us, it's just simply staying with my feet on the ground and just simply folding my knees a little bit, and so I can release pressure on my back. I can hang the torso, right, the rib cage forward towards the ground. For a few of us, the thighs and the legs support that movement, including and especially the head and the back of the neck. When and if your body's ready, allow your breath. Again, I really intentionally want to pause, not to accelerate, which is sometimes my tendency, but to just draw back. It doesn't mean that all of us can do it or need to do it that way. Just an invitation to have the body felt in a different way. And when and if the head and the shoulders, not the elbows and not the wrists, are not doing all the work, that my body really feels the extension. Let the gut area, the chest, the shoulders, the chin, the throat, inhale, and let your one arm, whichever that is, to slowly come behind you, to maybe sit into the floor, opening your knees as wide as needed, or just simply rolling yourself gently to the ground. Allow your body to just feel all the space in your back, that my hips are staying on the ground and I'm rolling directly to the floor. My lower back rests into the ground, that my head is as high or as low, as comfortable as I need to, into this flat position, that my abdomen creates softness to support the length of my lumbar spine, that my hands give me support on my legs, on the ground, on the hips, wherever is needed, and my legs slowly find the perfect distance between each other. Inner thighs, feet. Can I pay attention? Allowing my legs to extend and raise towards the sky. Holding, feeling, again, my legs perpendicular to all the things that I've been working on my legs, on my calves, on my knees, on my ankles, that we have not been working for about a week or so. Now can we reactivate those joints and reactivate flow of fluids and liquids that we have been working with through this one session. When your body's ready, allow your knees to slowly fold. Just your knees to fold to your thighs, to stay connected, your knees into the chest, breath in, empty through your gut, no pressure. Raise your legs, inhale, flex as you exhale, beautiful. Inhale, raising, and exhale, flexing. Are you slowing down enough so you can actually feel the transition? Breathe in, lengthen, and whenever that is the case for you. And when you flex, you exhale, so you can empty your gut and you can have enough room for your thighs. Last time, move to activate again those knees, those muscles of your lower back. When your last long inhalation happens, extend and reach. Allow your hands to hold your legs from inside your inner thighs, your calves, your knee, your kneecaps, and let your legs open. Again, with your elbows relaxed, your legs open to the right and left, as if you're just open into a V, letter V, and feel that your toes point away, your kneecaps point away, and your legs open as wide as possible away from each other, and your jaw draws in. You're not forcing your elbows are relaxed, your shoulders are softened, and your legs are not falling forward. Your legs are actually tucked in, and you observe the extension. Begin to open your hips. Feel that your hips are not stuck. And let your body breathe one more time. And you observe the extension of the muscles. And the longer you stay, the more you're going to feel your body collaborating and feel the deeper connection into your spine, into the lumbar area, into your inner thighs and hips. Last 2 breaths. Are you breathing because you're really oxygenating? Your last 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale all the way through, and your knees, bring your legs back in. Your hands come support your legs, and let your legs slowly settle towards the ground. I'm going to slide my legs away from your body when I'm ready, and I'm going to separate them and place them as close to each other as I need to. And my tummy flattens, my rib cage opens, my arms rest next to my hips, on my belly, above my shoulders, completely irrelevant and fine. Jaw, my neck, my spine is long and extended. Deep breath. And I, for a few seconds, find the points of my body that are touching the ground. Which ones are the ones that are receiving more pressure? Which parts are pressing maybe deeper or harder into the ground? And can I invite, again, that sense of restoration? So I'm connecting to something that I many times forget it's there. And then makes me identify myself with other things that are transitory. Then I question, how can I be those things that are passing? How can that be me? My waist size, the color of my hair, the location of my household, the job I do. Those are all always, infallibly temporary. So as I restore that identity, and reestablish that connection to my intention. And then listen for the last few seconds how my body responds to that. Can I focus possibly in just natural rhythms? What is my pulse, heart rate, or breathing rhythm? Tell me this. How's my blood flow? And second, in perspective, my entire day of life, I spend monitoring restfulness, where for a few seconds I can shift my perspective. What are my filters? What are my biases? Intentionally after a few seconds. Give an opportunity for my mind, slow down, truly look at my physical body to feel reconnection. Maybe hands, feet, elbows, shoulders, rib cage, waist, legs, move, make my legs contract when they're ready to contract both, or when it's fine, I check my ankles and knees and every joint of my body, as my arms and shoulders. And I observe for a few seconds my body sitting into this pose, or laying down, I should say, to then turn to its side to start curling up very slowly. Allow the body to slowly walk into sitting pose, giving and being aware of all that blood reflowing, all the blood readjusts. And your physical body, as my physical body, serve as temple to us, our spirits. Can I sit back onto my tailbone sitting? Can I take just milliseconds, my brain and my mind, just be grateful, to look inwardly for my spirit, my true identity. And I bring my hands to intentionally turn up, and my palms and hands to slowly travel from my knees to my chest, to my heart center, and palms and hands into unjudgmentally meet right there in front of my heart. How many things I am forgetting? And I find and sustain and keep and embrace this feeling of harmony. Everything just feels perfectly fitting, even if it's for a millisecond. I'm able to redirect my brain to think about and focus my mind into this sense of peacefulness that just opens up. And that alignment or harmony and peacefulness gives enough space for me to look at, without ego, and what is true. Most important, that all of this helps on my path back to selfless, divine